Okay, so we're going through this assignment for our chords. We are learning 4 chords. So these are our first 4 chords for the guitar. We'll have some music for it. This talks about how you read the chord charts that are here. So instead of going to read it, I'm going to explain it using a guitar here and what we see there. Glad you're back, Lelia. So these numbers off to the left are the frets. The numbers right in the middle of everything, those are which finger you press the strings with. And these vertical lines from left to right, those are the strings. The lowest string is here on the left, and the highest string is here on the right. Okay, so we have, this is the E string. This is the, what is it, Eddie A string, D string, G, B, and E. Okay? So low E and high E, left to right, are how you read the strings. So this first one, it says with your second finger, so that's your middle finger. On the 3rd fret, you press down on the E. With your first finger, which is your index finger, you press on the A string on the 2nd fret, and for the 3rd fret, for the high E string, you use your 3rd finger. So it looks like this when you get it all done, as you see in the picture right there. And it sounds about like that. I'm not exactly tuned. And just so you guys know how I did that, tuning the guitar to itself, it's all on the 4th fret except for the tuning the B string. You need to press on the, what has that one, Eddie 8, Dynamite, G. So on the G string, you press on the 4th fret to get that one tuned with the B, that B string right there. And then all the others are pressing on the 5th fret from the lowest to the highest, and that will get it in tune with itself at least. It may not be in tune with any other instrument for the E or whatever letter name we say for it. That's a better tuned chord. So here is our, Leah was saying, OMG, don't die. Okay, so that was the G chord. It's that shape with your fingers. Okay, the E chord, E minor chord, I should say. So the E minor chord is with the 2nd and 3rd fingers on fret 2 on the A and D string. Okay, and that one is just a fun deep chord. We could also do an E major. All you need to do is the 1st finger there. You don't need to learn this one yet, but I want you to hear the difference between minor and major. So here's major, here is minor. So the minor sounds sad, major sounds happy. Okay, just generally speaking. So that's the difference between the major and minor chords. So E minor, 2 and 3 right there, C major. This one has an X right there, so that means when you are strumming the chord, you do not strum that low E string. Okay, you play all the other strings except for that low E string. Third finger right there, second finger right here, first finger right there. Okay, so that is C major. D major is first finger, second finger on the second fret on the highest string, and then the third finger on the B string. And notice this one has two X's, so you only play the other four strings. There's D, that's the D chord, that's the shape of it, that's what it sounds like. It's happy, okay? So here is the music that I created for what we are doing. This is all of it written out. Now, this is not what I suggest you take a look at when you are trying to play the actual notes. I have a simplified version that just kind of shows you this is a strumming pattern from the lowest note up to the highest note on the G chord, okay, and you're strumming down. And right here, I have this other little symbol. That is a symbol for down bowing. So we are strumming down. If I were playing a violin, I would bring my bow down versus bringing it up. Okay, so with our strumming pattern, this is going down, going down. Okay, so I'm strumming the G chord, going down. First finger right there, other two right there. So I go 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the first measure, and then I have four beats of rest. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I have E minor for 4 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4. Rest. 2, 3, 4. Then we get to C major chord right here. That one sometimes my fingers take a while to get to. Here's C major, 4 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we have 4 beats of rest. D major. 1, 2, 3, 4. Rest. 2, 3, 4. Then we have G major. G, G2, G2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 beats long on that last measure. Okay, and that's the entire song. So how you practice it, you start at 60 beats per minute. I'm going to have this over here and have my music on the other side. You know, open image and new tab. That'll be easier. Okay, so now I'm going to be playing over here on the right, and well, shoot, if I want it that way, let's make it like this. Okay, now I can read my music over here on the left-hand side and play over on the right. Before you begin, make sure your fingers are in the right spot for your first chord, and then as soon as you press play, it's actually the first beat. So it's not possible to do both at the same time, so I just press play and then start to strum on beat 2. So it's G, 2, 3, 4, rest, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. During these rests, you want to be setting yourself up for the next chord. Rest, 2, 3, 4, D chord. Rest, 2, 3, 4, G chord, 2, 3, 4, rest. That's 2, 3, 4. I messed up on the ending because apparently I learned it wrong. Okay, so that was that first one. Then let's take a look at 70 beats per minute. Once you can do 60 beats per minute. Close up that one. As soon as you can do 60 beats per minute, then you go on to 70 beats per minute. Make sure you are starting out slowly and slowly building your speed up. If you encounter any problems, then you practice the problem spot, the one spot that is the problem. If it's a transition, for me, it's my transition from E minor to C major chord. Okay, that transition between those two chords trips me up for whatever reason. And so let me show you practicing just that. If I have a problem with that, I go E minor, 2, 3, 4, rest, 2, 3, 4, set up my C, 1, 2, 3, okay, and my transition is done, so I go back to the E minor, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I need to get this locked into my muscle memory, 2, 3, 4, okay, back to the E minor, 1, 2, 3, 4, getting ready for C major, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? And that's what you want to do for any problem spots. You take apart just that one spot, then you try to make it faster. 1, 2, 3, 4, rest, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, rest, 2, 3, 4, okay? Any problem spots that you encounter like that, you practice just that one spot so that you can get it correct. And then you go back and do it with the entire thing at whatever speed you're needing to do. Okay, so you practice the problem spot and only the problem spot slowly, and then you get faster than what you would end up playing it for, because you want it to be second nature and not provide any problems when you are playing the rest of it. So here we go. Setting up my G chord, 70 beats per minute. This is practicing. Once you get 60 beats per minute, you've moved on to 70 beats per minute. Ready, go. G, 2, 3, 4, rest, 2, 3, 4. I realize I'm going to start it over again. I realize you guys can't hear what the computer is doing. So here I'm going to do it with the computer where you can hear what the computer is doing as well. Ready, and no. Set up my chord on my left hand, and now ready, and go. 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, set it up. 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. 3, 4, off. Okay. Now I've done it at 70 beats per minute. Now it's time to get up to, there we go, 80 beats per minute. All right, set up your G chord before you press play. Now we go 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. E minor, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Rest, 2, 3, 4. Rest, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4, off. Okay, now that's 80 beats per minute. Now we want to make sure that I can play it without the computer playing along my part, which was that guitar part. So we want to do the backing track with it. Bam, over here, resize, set up your G chord, press play. 1, 2, ready, go. 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, E minor. 2, 3, 4, C major. Rest, D major, 4. 2, 3, 4. Setting up for G again. Ready and go. 3, 4. 3, 4, off. So that's the entire song. Once I have it ready there, then I go over to BandLab. Get over to 7th period. Open in Mix Editor. You guys click on the teacher's assignment, whatever it says for that, first time you open it up. And then you click on the entire exercise. You're going to press record, and luckily for us, Over here in BandLab, it gives us 4 beats before it comes in. 1, 2, ready, go. 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, E minor. 3, 4, C. 4, major 4. 2, 3, 4. Off. Okay, now that I've recorded all that into BandLab, I can save it and then go over to, where is it, Google Classroom, and I get to into my classwork and I say submit on that particular assignment once I've recorded it into BandLab. You can submit the assignment in BandLab if you want, but just be sure you submit it in Google Classroom because that lets me know that you are done with it and you're ready for me to grade it. Though I will say once you press submit on BandLab, it doesn't let you go back and change anything on it. Okay. So that's the entire exercise. That's what we're doing this week, is making sure you have 4 chords under your belt. You start slow, make sure you're starting slow, work up to faster. Your fingers are probably going to be tired by the end of the practicing, and you may need to give yourself a break in between when you're practicing and when you finish it up. If you were not practicing any of these chords like I asked you to in the agenda yesterday, then it's going to be even harder for you. This sort of thing really does require more time and consistency. So you get more out of 15 minutes today and 15 minutes tomorrow than 30 minutes tomorrow. Okay, even though it's the same amount of time, that time in between to get your brain solidifying and learning is actually really important for the musical growth and development for yourself.